Hello everyone. Today we're just going to come to you from the editing room, and what we're going to do is go on Google Maps and check out some of the rides in the area. And as I do those and cover those on the map, I'll go ahead and put a link to the rides up in the corner there, and you guys can check that out. So let's head over to the computer and let's get into some of those rides. So as we start out here from Idaho Falls, one of my favorite rides is to ride over the little town of Victor here. It's a nice place, got a lot of cool places to eat if you want to run over for lunch or breakfast, real quick run. So let's see what we got when we head over that way. So it's only, as you can see here, it's only a 64.3 mile ride. And you know, you can go just a quick lunch there and back. It's pretty cool. And you can make a longer ride out of this if you like. You can head over here to Jackson. You see that's only 88 miles from home base here. So, and then if you're, you know, wanting to come up and see a lot of neat views, you can run up here to the town of Moran, which is outside of Grand Teton National Park. You can actually run up and run right through the park, but you can get a good, this is the Teton Range right here. So it's kind of a neat deal, not too far from the house, 119 miles, so that's an easy day ride. Or if you just want to make a nice loop, you can go from Jackson here on down to Alpine, which just makes this little loop down through what's called the Hoback. And this route right here parallels the Snake River. Really pretty in here. I haven't done any videos of that yet, but it's a neat thing. And then to finish off that loop, you can come back here and come back to Swan Valley, and then come along the Palisades Reservoir here. We'll zoom in right there. You can see that reservoir right there. And I've got a ride that shows that. So anyway, and then you can just run back to the house. So you can see it's about a 200-mile day or so if you make that loop. So really enjoy that one. Another really neat ride is heading up to West Yellowstone. So there's a few stops we make along the way there. So let's head on in here. Go up to Ashton. And then we'll zoom in up in here. There's a place called Mesa Falls. Really pretty area here. This is a really neat day ride, is to run up into this area. You can see it's only 69 miles up there from home base. If you just want to do a little quick ride, you stop in Ashton, get something to eat, and either head up to Mesa Falls or do it on your way home. So that, I have a video of Mesa Falls. I'll throw a tag in here for that one. And then if you want to make a bigger day out of it, you head on up to West Yellowstone. And that's the gate to Yellowstone National Park is right over in here. So you can head on up to West Yellowstone, and when we do this ride, we'll go up and leave a little earlier and then get some lunch up in West, and then to make a really pretty ride out of it, even though it's pretty up to that point too. But you head over to this area here. And what that does, let's move that route because we don't want to go that way. Let's go this way. And what that does, it takes you around Hebgen Lake and Earthquake Lake, which is this one right here. So anyway, I've got a ride for that one too. So if you'd like to see the views around that, I'll go ahead and put another link in for that one. And, you know, so that's about the halfway point. So that's about a 300-mile day if you make that ride. So just barely over a tank of gas for the Springfield. And, you know, since the Springfield only holds 5 gallons of gas, you're talking less than 20 bucks. And that's a good $20 if you ask me, because there's a lot of beautiful stuff up in there. One more ride I'd like to share with you. This one's a little bit longer. This is usually like a 2-day ride. So what we'll do is we'll head over to Stanley. And let's get some directions from there. You can see this is a little bit longer of a ride. It's a 200-mile one way. So what we usually do is make this a overnight ride or multi-day ride, because there's some other cool places that he can ride out there. So you ride over to Stanley, spend the night over there. It's a beautiful ride, especially once you get up into this area up here. It's just flat gorgeous. And I have a ride video that takes us over there too. I'll put a link to that. If I run out of links, I'll put it at the end. And then anyway, from Stanley, after we go there, we always stop in at Redfish Lake right here. Beautiful view of the Sawtooth Mountains right here. And then we'll run down to Sun Valley. Usually when we leave Stanley, we'll have breakfast there and then run down to Sun Valley and have lunch, and then start making our way back home. And we'll make a stop at Craters of the Moon. It's kind of a neat area if you want to go check that out. It's a national monument, I think that's what they call it. And one of these days I'll make a video of that. I haven't made a video of that one yet, but and then just ride on back home. So that's about it for that one, but that's a multi-day ride. That's 450 miles, I think, if you make that loop back the other way. But it's a good multi-day ride, and you could also kind of make that ride out of Boise if you were in the Boise area. And there's just a ton of riding to do up here, especially if you want to spend a few days up here. There's the not too far away. It won't let me do it because it's closed right now. But you could ride through Yellowstone National Park up to Cook City, and then go over top of the Beartooth Pass right here. So a good single day ride or multi-day ride is right up over to the Beartooth and go to Red Lodge, which for some reason I'm having trouble finding here. I don't know why, but up over the Beartooth, you could spend the night in Red Lodge and then make your way back. Or another cool place to go is to ride through Yellowstone over to Cody, Wyoming. We're going to be doing that ride hopefully in September, so that ought to be a fun one. So make sure you stay subscribed so you can see those videos. We'll have a ton of videos coming this year from the Yellowstone National Park area, Grand Teton National Park. We're really going to concentrate on getting over there and doing some videos over there this year, as well as heading down to Colorado and doing some videos there. That's about it for the close rides. You know, there's a bunch of other ones you can do. You can run up all over the place up in here in the mountains. There's just a ton of beauty to be seen up in here, so it's definitely a place you could spend a lot of time. So I appreciate you coming along on our little virtual tour of the area, and remember, click on some of those links here at the end if you want to see the details of those rides and what kind of views they actually offer, and go back and watch the video back through the middle and maybe pick up some of the links in the middle on some of those too. Anyway, I do appreciate you coming along, and you guys take care, and you know, this will all be over soon and we can get back outside and do some riding. Take care, and we'll talk to you later.